Welcome to Techlearners. In today's lesson, we will discuss another series program. In this program, we will also learn to find factorial of a number. So let's see, to find and display the sum of this given series till nth number. So the series is 1 plus 1 into 2 plus 1 into 2 into 3 and so on. So you can see in each term the number is increasing, the product is increasing. So this is basically the factorial. So let's see, if we need to find out the factorial of 1, so this is 1 only. The factorial of 2 is 1 into 2. The factorial of 3 is 1 into 2 into 3. The factorial is 4 is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. So this series can also be rewritten in this manner. So this is factorial of 1 plus factorial of 2 plus factorial of 3 plus and so on. So this is how we need to sum this series. So just to find out the sum, we need to find the nth term of the series, and we can see that the nth term will be factorial of n. As for the first term, it is factorial of 1. For the second term, it is factorial of 2. Similarly, for the nth term, this will be factorial of n. Now let's talk about the logic to solve this program. The simple logic, you need to input the number of elements into the series, and we'll store that into a variable n. Then we'll run a loop from 1 to n. Inside the loop, we need to calculate each term. So the term will be calculated by finding out the factorial of this has to be factorial of I, because we are running a loop from I. So the term will be calculated with factorial of I, and then we'll sum the term into some variable. So this will be sum is equal to sum plus term, and after the loop we need to print this sum. So let's see into the Java program how we can solve this problem of series, and also how we can evaluate the factorial of a number. So before we go to the sum of the series, let's see how we can find out the factorial of a number. So here I have a class series 6. Inside that class I have created two functions, one to calculate the factorial and other main function in which we will actually find out the sum of the series. So first let's see how we can calculate the factorial of a number. Just to find out the factorial of a number, in this function I have a parameter as an integer parameter num, and return type is also an integer return type, because the number we will pass inside the function, we will find out the factorial of this num and we will return that factorial. So just to get the factorial, we will need to take a variable f in, we need to initialize it till 1, then we will run a loop from 1 to that particular number, and now inside the loop we need to multiply this f with the I. So how this is being working, so let's say initially I will be 1 and f is also 1, so this will give us 1 into 1, so the result will be 1. So this will be your first step. In the next step, now this f is 1 but I is 2, so this will be f is 1 into 2, so this will give us 2. Now into the third step, where f is 2 and I is 3, so this will be 2 into 3, so this will give us a 6. So in this way you can see we are multiplying the numbers. So we are multiplying, let's say if the number is 5, so we'll be multiplying 1 with 2 with 3 with 4 with and 5. So in this way we can find out the factorial of a number. We simply have to use these two-line code to find out the factorial of a number, and remember to initialize this f with 1, and then we will return this f. So this will be the factorial of that particular number, so we will return this f. Now let's talk about the sum of the series inside a main function. First of all, we will be using the scanner class, and we will create the SC object to accept the input from the user, and we will be printing these series as a message. Then we will give message to the user, please enter number of terms in the series. Now we will accept the number of terms with the help of the next int method, and we will store that into a variable n. We need to create two more variables. One is term we'll initiate this with 0, and the other is sum, and we'll initiate this with 0 also. Now inside the loop will begin from 1 till less than equal to n, and we need to calculate the term. So term will be factorial of I. In the first instance we are passing I is equal to 1, so this will give you the factorial of 1. Whenever we will run loop again, so this I will be 2, so this will be calculating factorial of 2. When the third term, this I will be 3, the factorial of 3. I have used here s dot. This is just to call this function. Just to call a function, we need to create the object of the class. So remember, the class name is series 6. So inside the main function, I have created the object of this series 6. This is recognized by the object name s, and with the help of s dot and the name of the function, we can call the function defined into this series 6. So this was the function. One parameter was passed inside the function, and it was returning an integer variable. So at the time of calling, we need to pass one integer variable, and the resultant need to be stored again into an integer variable. So this is how we need to calculate. We can calculate the factorial of each number, and this will be holding into term. Now here we can print this factorial also, and finally we will be adding each term into the actual sum. This can be done with the help of sum is equal to sum plus term, and finally outside the loop we can print whatever we have calculated. That means we can print the final sum. So let me compile and show you the output of this program. So okay, so this was just the message and the printing of the series. Now we are asking the user, please enter number of terms in the series. Let me print let's say 5. So while entering 5, so that means we need to find the sum of 5 terms. This was the first term, that is factorial of 1 is always 1. This is the second term, factorial of 2, that is 2. This is the third term, that is factorial of 3, which is 1 into 2 into 3, that is 6. This is the fourth term, that is the factorial of 4, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, that is 24. Similarly, this is the fifth term, that is factorial of 5, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. And now this is the sum of the series 153. I hope you have understood the program and the logic behind the program. Feel free to comment and ask any queries if you have. So if you have not subscribed the channel till now, please subscribe for more such Java tutorial videos. Hit the like button and press the bell icon for all the updates. Thank you so much.